playWhat to make of Ronaldo's comments on his future. 4:30, Nicol explains why Cristiano Ronaldo should leave Real Madrid this summer as the FC crew react to his cryptic comments after the UCL final. 4:30, 11:59 p.m. BSTThe transfer window is open, and Transfer Talk has the latest rumors making the rounds. Follow live with our daily blog throughout the summer. Top story: Ronaldo back to Manchester United. Well, it wasn't Cristiano Ronaldo's day on the pitch as he failed to score as Real Madrid beat Liverpool in the Champions League final 3-1 with a brace from Gareth Bale, but the Portuguese still claimed the headlines afterwards. In a bizarre post-match interview, the No. 7 claimed, "In the coming days you will have my answer to the fans, the ones who have really been on my side. It has been very nice being at Real Madrid, past tense county route 7, really. Of course that has led to a raft of transfer gossip around where one of the world's best players will end up next season. Manchester United are of course the first club on the agenda, with suggestions that Paul Pogba might go the other way. Or it might be that the Frenchman just opts for Juventus instead. Looking forward to the next few days, live blog 22.52 BST, that'll do it tonight for Transfer Talk Live. Remember to check back in a few hours as we report the latest rumors, links and completed deals from around the football world. Good night all. 22.43 BST, if it wasn't already top priority, after Lloris's curious shocker yesterday in the Champions League final, Liverpool's top priority needs to be an upgraded goalkeeper. Gianluigi Buffon, Jan Oblak and Gianluigi Donnarumma have all been mentioned as potential options, but the name that keeps appearing the most is Roma's Alisson. According to the Daily Star, the Brazilian would likely cost the Reds around £70 million, but yesterday should be reason enough for Liverpool to open up the wallets. Liverpool face competition from Real Madrid for the highly regarded shot stopper, with Real Madrid viewing Alisson as alternative to David De Gea. The REDSL are sure to sign a goalkeeper this summer, only time will tell if it will be Alisson. 22.16 BST, Tottenham target Wilfried Zaha has dismissed rumours he is looking for a move away from Crystal Palace. "I have no plans on leaving. I'm enjoying my football, you can see how much I'm enjoying it. This is my home and there's no reason for me to leave," said Zaha after the season finale versus West Brom. Zaha's manager Roy Hodgson was also adamant about his desire to keep the Ivorian at Selhurst Park. "I would be very unhappy the day when Wilf Zaha leaves the club, because I hope for a long time after I am here I shall be watching him play for Crystal Palace, because this is where he belongs." Zaha has shown he is a special talent. Is he content being a big fish in a small pond, or will he look to move on to bigger? 21.46 BST, the Daily Mailer reporting that champions Manchester City are closing in on their first signing of the season. That signing would be none other than Leicester City winger and longtime target Riyad Mahrez. The £75 million rated player has been linked with City for over a year now, and if these reports are to be believed, it looks as if the move is set to finally come to fruition. The 27-year-old is coming off a resurgent season for the Foxes, scoring 12 goals and laying on 10 assists. 21.17 BST, reports out of Turkey indicate Trabzonspor are monitoring Osmanlıspor forward Aminu Umar. The 23-year-old Nigeria international scored 6 goals and dished out 8 assists over all competitions last season and has been at Osmanlıspor since 2015.20.49 BST, done deal. FC Midtjylland have made the signing of Erik Sviatchenko permanent from Celtic. The 26-year-old Danish international spent the second half of last season on loan at the Danish club and previously came through the club's youth ranks before playing for the first team between 2009-16, Spandend NYT Fraheden, LAEs. Mirpa https://t.co/7milsjujzlrifcm apping cell phone with arrowpic.twitter.com/kistzu96-5 FC Midtjylland at Midtjylland May 27, 2018 Full story. 20.14 BST. After Liverpool's Champions League disappointment, one former Reds player has offered his transfer suggestions for the club. And Collymore, the former Liverpool striker and football pundit, has called for the Reds to make a £150 million raid of White Hart Lane. Collymore has urged the club to make a sensational move to sign Christian Eriksen, Dele Alli and Toby Alderweireld away from Tottenham. While Alderweireld figures to be on the move, it is hard to see Spurs selling either Eriksen or Alli for any price. This one is more than a bit wishful, but we'll chalk it down to Collymore letting his fanhood get the best of him. 19.48 BST. Watford have been handed bad news in their pursuit of 21-year-old Portsmouth defender Matt Clark. Speaking with BBC Radio Solent, Pompey chairman Mark Callan said the club has no plans to sell Clark and want to build around him. It would have to some sort of astronomical offer that I just can't imagine coming, said the chairman. Now it's up to Watford to determine if they are willing to pay up for the young defender. 19.20 BST. Birmingham City have identified a potential replacement for goalkeeper David Stockdale. Birmingham Live have reported that Gary Monk's side are keen on QPR keeper Alex Smithies. Smithies has been the first-choice keeper at Loftus Road for 2.5 years and last season played 44 games and recorded 7 clean sheets. Birmingham finished last season 19th in the Championship. 18.20 BST. Manchester City will not pursue the summer signing of Gareth Bale, The Guardian reports, which leaves the path clear for Manchester United to make a move for the Wales international instead. Bale, who scored twice as Real Madrid beat Liverpool 3-1 in the Champions League final on Saturday, said that he wanted to play more than he does. 17.55 BST. Carlo Ancelotti has big plans for Napoli. It is reported that Roma goalkeeper Alisson and Tottenham midfielder Moussa Dembele are among the names he would like to sign this summer. 17.28 BST. Inter Milan must be ready to lose Mauro Icardi this summer. If a bigger team comes in for him, according to manager Luciano Spalletti, I've spoken with Mauro several times and he sent very precise signals, Spalletti is reported to have said by Sky Sports. He's happy at Inter and wants to stay, but then there are clubs which, if they decide to take a player, you could have been saying, I won't leave here the day before, then the next day they take you and in the end you're happy to go, even though the previous day you were thinking very differently. We have to be ready for anything, but for now there are no signals and no doubts about what he wants. 16.52 BST. Stoke have begun to clear out following relegation from the Premier League. Kevin Wimmer has left to join Hanover on loan for the season. Ik had direct ein supergevoel damit und wollte unbedingt June 96 wechseln, not an, Herzlich Willkommen, at Kevin Wimmer 27, open-mouth smile der Wechsel von at Stoke City East perfect, right finger https://t.co/qui5v exclamation mark checkmark. More here. 15.50 BST. Everton defender Ashley Williams has been frustrated by a lack of game time during a turbulent season for the club. But could a summer move away from Goodison Park be on the cards? It's always difficult not being involved and you want to play because playing a game is that bit harder, the 33-year-old defender said. But what can you do? I've just tried to stay in shape and I'll just try and use my experience as best I can for Wales in their friendly game against Mexico," he added. "It has been frustrating, definitely, but that season is done now and I'm just looking forward to this game and into pre-season for the next campaign." 15.23 BST, Benedict Huitas does not know whether he will be at Juventus, Schalke or somewhere else next season, returning to Schalke. "I can't rule that out," Huitas is reported as saying. "It probably won't just be my decision, but if I were to play at the Veltins Arena again it would be emotional, because it's my home. I'm happy in Turin. We'll define my situation in the next few weeks. I would have no problem working with Domenico Tedesco. We spoke in a frank way and I never had any conflict with him." 14.50 BST, Steve Bruce spoke about the chances of keeping John Terry at Aston Villa following their championship playoff final defeat against Fulham on Saturday. "I think that is the question for everybody. John's future. That will depend on John," Bruce said. "The discussions over the next few weeks will be with John to see what he wants. He had an option if we went up. We had to balance the books last summer to get loans and frees. It is something that has happened over the last 2 windows and something they are going to have to get used to." 14.14 BST, off the pitch there is a lot of interest in Arsene Wenger's next move. The Mail on Sunday reckons the former Arsenal boss would be open to a return to Japan. 13.40 BST, Jurgen Klopp will be desperate to recruit a new Liverpool no. When following Lari's Carius Champions League final horror show, according to Paul Scholes, "I think Liverpool know that they needed to strengthen the goalkeeping position anyway. I think they've known that for quite some time," Scholes said. "Will this speed up the process? You'd have to think so. I think they'll be desperate for a goalkeeper." 13.16 BST, Marcelo has had his say on Ronaldo's future at Real Madrid, and he seems pretty sure his Portuguese teammate is going nowhere. "I think he's going to stay but I do not know. I'm happy now," he said. "I'm not the one to decide, it's between him and the club, but I think he stays." 12.55 BST, Timothy Fosu-Mensah is targeting first-team football at Manchester United after a successful loan spell with Crystal Palace, and will get a chance to shine on the summer tour, sources tell ESPN FC. 12.38 BST, Nabil Fekir insists a move to Liverpool is not closed, as speculation mounts over the Lion playmaker's future. Jurgen Klopp's side have been persistently linked with the move worth in the region of £60 million for the 24-year-old France international. But Fekir told French television program Telefoot on Sunday morning, "I'm not close to the Reds. There are talks with clubs. I will take time to reflect on things." 12.17 BST, an update on Gigi Buffon's future. Buffon's agent Silvano Martina to Le Parisien, "We'd be happy if next season Gigi played for Paris Saint-Germain." David Imoyle, at David Imoyle, May 27, 2018. 11.47 BST, Juventus could be set to bring in Atletico Madrid defender Diego Godin this summer. The old lady love an aging centre-back, so this one just feels right. 11.24 BST, Arsenal have been linked with the move for Freiburg centre-back Kagler Soyuncu, and it seems talks are ongoing. Speaking to Turkish media, he said, "Arsenal are one of the most important clubs in England. I know they're interested in me, but there's nothing finalized yet about my transfer." After the national team camp we'll have talks. 10.47 BST, Swansea City striker Jordan Ayew is seriously interesting, Celtic, according to the Sunday Post. 10.33 BST, speaking of goalkeepers that probably won't move across a city. Joe Hart is being linked to Manchester United by The Sun. Okay, he might not have had the best spell at West Ham, but he's still been important for City over the years. being backup to David De Gea won't win back his place for England either. 9:55 British Summer Time, Juventus star Mario Mandzukic is upset his mantle of best Champions League final overhead kick has been taken away from him and wants another chance to get it back. But that means a potential move to Manchester United according to Calcio Mercato. 9:47 British Summer Time, Liverpool might be looking for a new goalkeeper after Lloris carries 2 howlers in the Champions League final. But should they have signed Jordan Pickford instead of letting Everton get him last summer? And will they go back for the England no? 1 now, 9:16 British Summer Time, the MEN did a poll and Man United fans, if that's all who voted of course, want the club to sign Sergej Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio this summer. Sorry all, but when did the fans ever get what they want? 9:10 British Summer Time, Chelsea are being linked with Juventus striker Gonzalo Higuain. Should Maurizio Sarri be appointed the club's next manager? The pair reportedly had a good relationship at Napoli, according to the Mail, which is enough to link him. 8:33 British Summer Time, DC United remain hopeful that Wayne Rooney will soon join them from Everton. There is interest in Wayne Rooney from our end and I think there is interest from his end too, DC United head coach Ben Olsen said after his side's 1-1 draw at LAFC in Los Angeles on Saturday night. I hope it can get over the line, because he's a very good player who can help us. He would be a great player for this league. 8 o'clock British Summer Time, Casemiro isn't so worried that Ronaldo might depart. In fact, he has money on it. I've already bet with him. I bet he stays, the Brazil international said. Paper Talk by Jack Rathborne. Pogba wants Juventus return. Paul Pogba wants to return to Juventus, reports Tutto Sport, with the Manchester United star unhappy with his role under Jose Mourinho. The France midfielder has been unable to replicate his form for the Bianconeri on a regular basis at Old Trafford after rejoining the Red Devils for £89 million in 2016. Pogba has 3 years remaining on his contract, meaning it will be difficult for the Italian champions to convince United to sell when they are looking to strengthen in order to close the gap on rivals Manchester City. But agent Mino Raiola will now negotiate with United concerning Pogba's salary. Man United and PSG battle for Alexandro. Manchester United have opened talks to sign Juventus star Alexandro to solve their long-standing left-back problem, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The old lady reportedly will listen to offers of €50 million for the Brazilian, with Paris Saint-Germain also said to be keen. Will also consider renewing Alexandro's contract, but may feel the time is right to cash in on the 27-year-old former Porto star after a disappointing season. Emery aims to replace Cech as Arsenal's no. 1 Unai Emery will replace Petr Cech as Arsenal number 1 by targeting Sevilla goalkeeper Sergio Rico, The Sun writes. The Spaniard takes over at the Emirates this summer and will look to upgrade on Cech and David Ospina. Bayer Leverkusen's Bernd Leno was also thought to be a target, but Emery reportedly wants to reunite with Rico after spending time together with the La Liga club. The Andalusians have a short list of 3 names to replace Rico, with Alaves' Fernando Pacheco, Espanyol's Roberto Jimenez and Girona's Yassine Bono. Other arrival this summer ahead of the revolution at the Emirates could be Dennis Praet, the Mirror site's Gianluca Di Marzio is reporting. The Italian journalist is said to report that the Gunners are aiming to beat Juventus, Napoli, Roma and Inter Milan to sign Sampdoria's Belgian midfielder. Juventus plot overhaul under Allegri. Juventus will kick off a summer upheaval by completing the long-expected signing of Emre Can, details Corriere dello Sport. The German will replace Claudio Marchisio, who will leave the Bianconeri 25 years after joining the club as a 7-year-old. Stefano Sturaro and Mehdi Benatia are also set for the exit, while AC Milan's Alessio Romagnoli is a major target to upgrade at the back. Tap-ins: Juventus and Roma are keeping tabs on Tottenham starlet Rio Griffiths, according to the Mirror. He is yet to sign professional terms after hitting 34 goals this season for the under-18s, leading to the Serie A duo, Barcelona and Celtic, preparing offers. Marouane Fellaini has priced himself out of a move to Marseille, according to L'Équipe. The Belgian set to become a free agent after his Manchester United contract expires. Middlesbrough will offer James Collins a lifeline after his contract with West Ham expired, reports the Mirror, with Tony Pulis keen on the Welsh defender. But Boro will face competition from Rangers, according to the Daily Record, with Steven Gerrard interested in the 34-year-old as he prepares to begin his management career in Scotland. To help make this website better, to improve and personalize your experience and for advertising purposes, are you happy to accept cookies and other technologies? More info here. Cookie choices.